The air in Taipei hit me like a wall, humid, noisy, and full of unfamiliar scents. I stepped out of Taoyuan Airport with 2 bags and $600, my entire budget for the month, not for a vacation, but for a life. The neon signs flickered in a language I couldn't read, reflecting in puddles on the pavement. I felt like I'd landed on another planet, beautiful, chaotic, and intimidating. Every taxi and bus was a decision that chipped away at my funds. My reality was a crumpled hostel address, not the paradise in tourist brochures. Fear was a knot in my stomach. Was this a mistake? Could I really live here on so little? Then, a woman selling fruit smiled at me, a simple, genuine gesture. In that moment, fear gave way to curiosity and determination. I wasn't here for luxury. I was here for something real. I took a deep breath, shouldered my bags, and walked toward the bus station. The journey had begun, my journey, not the one in glossy magazines. It would be defined by discovery, not by what I could afford. The bus rumbled through the night, taking me deeper into a city that was becoming my new home. The adventure wasn't about finding paradise. It was about surviving in it, and maybe finding something even better. Finding a place to live on a shoestring in Taiwan is a masterclass in compromise. My first home was a yafang, a tiny room in a shared ancient flat. The landlord, a chain-smoking grandmother, communicated mostly through gestures. The room, a mattress on the floor, a wobbly desk, and a rattling fan. The window faced a brick wall inches away, no air conditioning. The shared bathroom was an adventure. Plumbing groaned, hot water vanished mid-shower. My roommates, a student, a migrant worker, an artist, we didn't share a language, but we shared the struggle. A silent nod in the hallway meant, I see you, keep going. Forget modern amenities. Cooking was on a single burner in the hallway. The smell of instant noodles and boiled eggs was permanent. This wasn't Instagram perfect. It was messy, real life. For $150 a month, it was a bargain I had to accept. It taught me the difference between wants and needs. Comfort became a small, safe space to rest my head. Home wasn't about perfect furniture or a view. It was a place to close the door, breathe, and feel, if only for a moment, that I belonged. That was enough. In Taiwan, you don't need money to eat well, just curiosity. My meals came from night markets and morning stalls, not fancy restaurants. Breakfast fantuan, sticky rice, pickled veggies, and youtiao for less than $1. Lunch biendong, a lunchbox of rice, meat and veggies for $2 or $3. I ate biendong almost daily, simple, nourishing, and fast. Dinner was the magic night markets alive with smells and flavors. Beef noodle soup, grilled squid, stinky tofu, each for $1 or $2. I could eat a 3-course meal, stall to stall, for less than a coffee back home. I rarely ate in restaurants or had Western food. I cooked noodles and veggies to save more, but I gained more than I lost. I learned to eat with the seasons, to know local vendors, to appreciate food made with care. The best meals weren't expensive, they were shared, simple, and full of community. Eating on a budget connected me to the rhythm of local life. That was the real feast. In Taipei, public transport was my lifeline. The MRT, clean, efficient, air-conditioned, became my sanctuary. An Easy Card and $1 got me anywhere in the city. The subway map became my blueprint. I memorized stations and lines. On the MRT, I was just another face in the crowd. A student, a family, a city in motion. When the subway couldn't reach, I took the bus. Chaotic, unpredictable, but full of character. Buses took me to hidden corners, old temples, and mountain trails. Sometimes the best way was walking, free and intimate. I wandered for hours, discovering parks, shrines, and family-run shops. Walking slowed the world, revealing details, a cat on a scooter, fruit at a tiny altar. This was how I learned my neighborhood. Not as lines on a map, but as a living place. I wasn't a tourist, I was part of the city's pulse. That's how I truly arrived. There are 2 Taiwans, the one on Instagram, and the one you live. Tourists see Taipei 101 from an observation deck. I saw it from a park, eating a cheap lunchbox. They take high-speed trains to famous sites. I took long bus rides to unnamed mountains. The tourist experience is curated, comfortable, and shielded from the mess of daily life. I pointed at dishes I couldn't name, hoping for the best, sometimes amazing, sometimes just interesting. It was always real. Tourists flocked to Shilin Night Market. I found smaller, local markets where food was cheaper and the atmosphere authentic. Here, it was about community. not performance. Families ate dinner, neighbors gossiped over shaved ice. I wasn't an observer, I was a participant. This isn't a criticism of tourism, just a difference in perspective. Tourists skim the surface, living on a budget forces you deeper. You navigate side streets, local markets, public buses. You see the country as a living organism, not a destination. You notice the cracks in the pavement and learn to love them. That's where the real stories are. That's the Taiwan I came to know. Living on $600 a month isn't a romantic adventure. It's hard. Every purchase is a calculation. An unexpected expense is a crisis. The freedom of living abroad is shadowed by the fear of falling. You miss out on things, concerts, bars, exhibitions. You learn to be happy with free things, hiking, parks, window shopping. Sometimes you feel the loneliness of being on the outside. Social life is a challenge. Grabbing coffee or a beer is a big decision. You suggest cheap activities, hoping friends understand. It can be isolating, a silent sacrifice. The relentless heat without air conditioning drains you. The simple diet leaves you craving more. The constant mental math is exhausting. Some days, I felt worn down, defeated by the effort. This is the truth tourists never see. The daily grind, the quiet doubts. It's the invisible price you pay for this life. So, what do you get for all this struggle? Perspective. When you have nothing, you appreciate everything. A hot shower, a ripe mango, a kind word. Small joys become the highlights of your life. You strip away the noise and find gratitude for what you have. This life teaches resilience. You become stronger, more resourceful. You learn to solve problems, communicate without words, trust your instincts. The challenges don't break you, they forge you. Happiness isn't something you buy. Living this way connects you to a place in a way money never could. You're not a customer, you're a neighbor. You share struggles and simple pleasures with those around you. You learn the rhythm of the streets, the faces of shopkeepers, the secret shortcuts. You're not just visiting, you're inhabiting the country. The real Taiwan isn't in guidebooks, it's in daily life and quiet connections. In the end, it wasn't about money, it was about experience. A rich life isn't about a full wallet, but a full heart and a curious mind. That's the reward for taking the low road.